Hi guys, I think you guys have been waiting for this. Chapter 16 to 18. Let's go. Our screams echoed through the old building as Victoria rushed toward me. How did you get out of that room? She demanded. What have you done to my master's brain? Then her eyes caught sight of what I was carrying. That's brain. Oh my god. That's the brain, isn't it? You have pulled out all the wires. She howled. You are trying to kill my master. We have to, I screamed back, clutching the warm brain to my chest. Vivian told us everything. Vivian is dead, Victoria told us triumphantly. After tonight, she will never come back. I'll be Victoria forever. Fariliana stepped forward. Victoria, Vivian hates you. She doesn't want you in her life anymore. She has no choice. Victoria shook with rage. She can't get rid of me. I will take over. She's just a weak girl, but I can control her easily, just as I'm going to control you. Suddenly, her fangs appeared. The moon is full, guys, she shrieked, and I'm going to have my fun. She leapt forward, but Farliana dived clear, while Kiefer pulled me aside. This way, he yelled. Follow me. But Victoria was faster. She seemed to fly through the air and block his path. You can't escape me, she screamed, her voice edged with madness. I want my new blood. Sorry guys, I need to adjust the book. And that was when I had an idea. Farliana, I called. Let's play basketball. And I twisted my body round and hurled the brain through the air. Farliana caught it neatly and skipped through the dark. Victoria's eyes blazed. You think you're so smart, Farliana. Tonight, I will taste your blood first. And she threw herself towards Farliana, who vanished into the darkness. Be careful, Farliana, warned Kiefer. Don't fall into the canal. Yes, Farliana, be very careful. Victoria was right beside her, her hands struggling for the brain. Her fangs were aimed at Farliana's neck, but Farliana kicked her aside and hurled the brain through space toward me. I leapt up and caught it. If only our sports teacher could have seen me. Kiefer grabbed my arm. We're right on the edge. Don't lose your balance, Ranis. I glanced down into the inky canal. I never thought such evil-looking water would look so good. But just as I held the brain above the hole in the floor, a voice called through the shadows. It was a new voice, a man's voice, and he spoke with a strange, terrifying accent. I command you, stop, or your friend becomes a vampire. I searched the gloom, wondering what had happened. Then I screamed. A man had seized Farliana. A tall man, cloaked in black. His fangs were long and gleamed in the weak moonlight. Farliana was screaming, "Let me go! Let me go!" And Victoria was standing beside her, her fangs resting against the veins of our friend's neck. The moonlight silvered Farliana's smooth, unbitten skin. She was completely in their power. The men wasted no time. "I am the vampire master, and you have stolen my brain. You will return it now." I forced myself not to panic. "You can have it back if you let our friend go," I shouted. His mocking laugh drifted through the dark. "Do you think I'd trust you, girl? The minute I release your friend, you'll drop my brain into the water. Oh no, I have the advantage here. One word from me, and Victoria, my star pupil, will sink her teeth into your friend's neck and change her into a vampire forever." "And why should we trust you?" Kiefer called in reply. "We have your brain, and you'll die without it." Bad word, not saying it. He suddenly, oh my god. Bad word? Okay, he screamed the bad word. Screamed the man. He suddenly turned on a torch and held it to his... I was scratching my neck. Whatever. To his scared, evil face. "Look upon my face," he commanded. "I have been a vampire for 3 centuries. I have lived in the dungeons of my castle in Romania, and I have walked the night in search of victims, hundreds of them. Now watch carefully." He turned around and shone the torch on the back of his head. It was hollow. The skin had been removed, and we could see his empty brain cavity. His skull was just an empty shell. "You see, I have been tortured," he told us. "They removed my brain thinking that would stop me. But they were wrong. Once a vampire, always a vampire." He switched off the torch. "Now, give me back my brain. Bring it over here. And no tricks." I stared at the man with the hollow head. My hands were trembling. Fear surged through my stomach. And then everything happened at once. This is chapter 18, guys. Chapter 18. Wait. Hang on. My hair is everywhere. Farliana was very brave. She swung her elbow back and Victoria fell to the floor, clutching her stomach, screaming. But as she ran forward to escape, she suddenly disappeared through the hole in the floor. Oh my god. The man with the hollow head leapt through the air, straight toward us, his hands reaching out for his brain. I had no choice. I hurled the brain into space and it disappeared into the murky water with a huge splash. Kiefer's shirt went floating off on the filthy tide. In that instant, Hollowhead screamed. His body burst in a blinding flash of light and plunged into the canal. And in that dazzling flash, oh my god, we'd caught sight of Farliana. She had dropped through the hole, but had managed to break her fall. She was clutching a broken beam in her hand, and her legs dangling in the space above the deadly water. "Quick!" I shouted. "Pull her out!" Kiefer threw himself onto the floor by the edge of the hole. He stretched out his hand, and Farliana, while I held on to his feet. Stretched his hand to Farliana while I held on to his feet. Kiefer wriggled further forward until his fingers closed around Farliana's wrists. "I've got her hands, but only just," he yelled back over his shoulder. "Now you've got to pull both of us out." I could feel Kiefer's feet slipping from my grasp. I tightened my grip on him, took a huge breath, and pulled with all the strength I had. Farliana let go of the beam and swung in space from Kiefer's hands. She screamed as her legs dipped into the canal. Water washed over her feet. "I'm falling," she wailed. "I can't hold on much longer." I pulled again, and Kiefer wriggled his body back toward me. "Pull some more," he shouted. And gradually, we hauled Farliana back over the edge. She lay there, stretched out on the old floor, panting and shuddering with terror. "I thought I was going to drown," she moaned. "It was so scary down there. If it hadn't been for Kiefer, I would have died." "You're okay now," I told her. I checked her neck for tooth marks. Her skin was grimy but unbitten. Kiefer looked down at his chest and tummy. He was covered with filth from the floor. "Mom's really going to kill me," he groaned. "Well, you can always jump into the canal and take a bath," I suggested. "Not funny," he grunted. Suddenly, his eyes widened and he jumped to his feet. "Hey, what happened to Victoria?" We all leapt up. My heart was racing. I'd forgotten all about Victoria. If she was still alive, we could still be in danger. "Did she die when the man with the hollow head died?" gasped Farliana. "And if Victoria's dead, that means Vivian's dead too." No one would ever believe us if we told them what had happened down here tonight, said Kiefer. "If Vivian's dead, they'll say we killed her. The last time I saw her was over there," Farliana pointed into the gloom, "where she was going to bite me." Together, we crossed the old floor, treading on trash, carefully avoiding the hole. And there, huddled on the floor, we found Victoria. Kiefer shuddered at the sight of the body in the school uniform. Do you think she's dead? Okay, Rebats, chapter 18 is over. We have just one more video and this whole book will be completed. Thanks for supporting me and hope you guys enjoyed the story. See you guys in the next video and bye!